Hello there, Wipper here, and once again, welcome back to another mod showcase. And today I'm going to be showing you a mod called the Kitchen mod, which adds a whole host of new foods into Minecraft, as well as some new kitchen stuff, which you can use to decorate your kitchens and make them look a lot more kitchen-like. So in here, I've set up a kitchen. You can see we've got this new kind of flooring. This is, I believe, yes, tiles, and this comes with the mod, and these tiles are crafted like that, if you were wondering. But there's also this new oven item, which you may have noticed, and if I open up this chest, you can see there's a whole host of new varieties of food. We've got tomatoes and lettuce and even some bacon. Nobody's life is complete without bacon. And finally we've got bacon strips in Minecraft. It's just perfect. But I'm going to be starting off by showing you the oven item. And by the way guys, if you can shoot for 600 likes on this mod showcase, that would be awesome. But yeah, so in front of me now I have the new oven item, and you can actually place food in this and cook it, and it's a lot more efficient at doing that than a furnace would be. So this is what a furnace would normally look like in your kitchen. Pretty ugly looking, it doesn't really match the iron blocks, but over here we've got this new oven item and it looks so much better. And it's crafted like that. But to use this oven, all you have to do is walk up to it and then shift and then right click to open the oven door, and then you can put some stuff inside of it. So you need to get some items of food that you wish to cook. And in this case, I've got 4 different kinds. I've got the bacon, I've got pork, and then I've got chicken and beef. And then to place items inside of it, you just hold the item in your hand and then right click in the furnace without pressing shift, by the way. You just, right click, and I'm going to place 4 bits of bacon in there, 4 bits of pork in there, then 4 bits of chicken in there, and finally 4 bits of beef in there. You can have a maximum of 16 items in the furnace, and that includes 4 different kinds of food. So you can have 4 of each kind of food, but you cannot have like 5 kinds of food. So I couldn't put like bananas in there, not that they actually exist in the game, but you know what I mean. And then once you've done this, you need to get yourself some coal, and then right click in the furnace with your coal, and then it'll start the cooking process. And then you just shift and right click to close the oven door, and then it's going to start cooking. And then all you have to do now is just wait for it to be done, and then you should see some smoke particles rising up from the oven, and then you know your food is ready to be eaten. But don't leave it in there too long, and I'll show you what I mean by that later on. So now we're just going to wait for some smoke particles to appear. Come on, shouldn't be too long now. It takes the same time as a normal furnace, maybe a little bit longer. So now it's done. I can just right click to get the food out. Make sure you've got an empty hotbar slot to do this. And there we go. We've got all of our delicious food out. We've got some cooked bacon, and then we can go ahead and eat those. And make sure to close your oven door. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the same stuff in again. Well, actually, I'm just going to put some pork in there because I don't really need to show you with 4 different kinds of food. But if I just leave this in now and cook it for too long, you'll see what I mean. So we'll come back to this later, and I'll show you what it looks like if you cook food for too long. But now I'm going to move on to some other features of this mod. And next up, I'm going to show you how to cut up food so you can actually place it on a sandwich, because this mod actually for some reason gives you the ability to create your own sandwiches. You can put whatever ingredients you want on it, and it's pretty fun to just mess around with. So you saw earlier that I actually had some bacon, and to obtain bacon, you just need to combine raw pork chop in the crafting grid along with a knife. And this is the new knife item, and it enables you to cut up food, and you can then place it on sandwiches and stuff. You can't just place the pork directly on a sandwich. So to craft a knife, you combine an iron ingot with a stick, and then you combine the knife with whatever food you want to cut up, and then it'll cut it up into smaller pieces. So you can see there we've got bread that converts into sliced bread, we've got tomatoes and lettuce. And actually, while we're looking at tomatoes and lettuce, I need to show you that these are actually new items in the game. You can grow these like normal crops. So like you'd plant wheat, you can plant these. So I'm going to get myself a hoe. So now I've got myself a hoe, I can just hoe the ground like so, and I'm going to plant down these tomatoes and lettuces like so, and we may as well get some bone meal so I can show you what they look like when they're fully grown. So get some bone meal there and grow these fully. Okay, I think that's about right. Actually, no, these tomatoes aren't looking very ripe. They're still a bit orange. We might have to do that one more time. There we go, we've got some lovely ripe tomatoes now. And if we swap over into survival mode now, and then punch these so we can actually obtain the drops, we should get some tomatoes. Yes, look at that. Wait a minute, only 2 tomatoes? That's pathetic. That wasn't a very good yield. Oh well. So yeah, you can see that's how you can actually gain these lettuces and tomatoes, and I believe you obtain them in the first place by mob drops in the same fashion as you do from zombies. So when you kill zombies, there's a small chance that you get potatoes. I believe the same is true for these lettuces and tomatoes for whatever reason. It's a really weird way of obtaining them, but I think that's how it works. But then once you've cut everything up, there's one last item that you need to craft, and that is something called a piece of toast. And this is actually quite complex to craft because you need something called flour. And then to get flour, you actually need to put wheat and then a pestle and mortar in the crafting grid. And to craft the mortar and pestle, you're going to need a mortar, of course, which is crafted using 3 stone, and then the pestle, which is crafted using 2 stone. Yeah, the pestle's crafted like that. But once you've got all of the items that you need to craft yourself a sandwich, you need to craft one last item, which is the cutting board. And it looks like this, and it's crafted using a pressure plate and 2 slabs. You just place it down on your surface, like so, and then you can start making yourself a delicious sandwich. So here we go, I'm going to get myself some toast. I'm just going to place 1 toast on the bottom, of course. There's like a specific set of rules that you need to follow to craft a sandwich, otherwise you're not going to be able to shift right click it off the cutting board. There has to be either a piece of toast or bread on the top and the bottom, otherwise it's not classed as a sandwich. So there we go, we've got some toast on the bottom, and then I can add some cooked bacon on there, and some cheese. I think cheese and bacon is just the perfect sandwich, so we're going to finish that off with a top slice of bread, and then we're going to just shift right click to get myself a sandwich. And it looks really awesome, it's got a 3D model and everything. Look at that delicious sandwich, it's like a toasted sandwich. I can just go ahead and nom on that now if I was in survival mode, and depending on how large your sandwich is, it restores a certain percentage of your hunger bar. So the larger the sandwich, the larger the percentage it restores of your hunger bar. So there we go, and if you actually don't want to eat it yet, you can display it on a plate. So if I just right click, I can place it down on one of these plate items, and if you're wondering how to craft a plate, it's crafted like that. And look at this thing, it looks so delicious, and you can just leave it there, or you can shift and right click the plate, and now you can carry around your plate with the sandwich on it. So you can see this is a normal plate, it's got no subtext. This is the plate that I've just picked up with the sandwich on it. So I can place it down over here at any angle, so it's kind of like diagonally placed currently, and it looks so nice. I just want to go ahead and eat it now. And another note on the plates, you can actually put any item you want on this thing. So I'm just going to put a load of weird items on here. Let's put down some tomato and some potato and bacon and cooked chicken and cheese and whatever. So you can just place items directly on the plate. You can't actually eat it like this. So yeah, I don't really see the point, but you can right click again to get the items off it. So it's just like a way of storing your food that isn't in a chest. And also, I did find something weird though. You can actually place other items on the plates as well. So here's some cobweb. If you really want cobweb on your food, look at that. Looks so delicious now. You can even put whole blocks on there like this wood plank item, and also a whole jungle sapling. Yes, the taste of the rainforest right there, guys. It's amazing. That looks so appetizing now in comparison to that. I mean, why would you ever want to eat that when you've got this? Oh, that looks horrible actually. And you can just like serve that up in a restaurant. Here you go, sir. Have your lovely sandwich. Looks delicious, doesn't it? But what I want to do now is I want to show you the maximum size for a sandwich, because there's a limit of 10 layers, and that includes the bread layers. So if I just actually, I'm going to try some slice of bread this time. So I'm going to get some slices of bread here. I haven't seen what it looks like yet with slices instead of toast. So we're just going to place down some bread on here, and then we're going to fill it up with, I don't know, let's go for a bacon. That's 3 layers now. That's 4. That's 5. Come on. And then we want more bacon. 6, 7, lettuce, 8, 9. And then we should be able to put the lid on. Yes! Look how big that is. That's amazing. Some kind of American burger. So we just need to shift right click to get that off now. And look at the size of my sandwich. Look at that in my hand. It looks delicious. I just want to eat it now. Wow, look at that. Whew. That's awesome. Look at the size of this thing. And I do want to place it down though, so I'm just going to get myself a plate so I can admire it in its full beauty. So let's just place down this plate, place down my sandwich on it, and whoa, look at the size of that thing. It's as tall as a block. That's ridiculous. And then you can eat this, of course, and it'd restore your whole hunger bar. But yeah, just to wrap it up, I did say you could burn food items, and as you can see, this thing's been in here for so long now, and you can see in my inventory I've got some burnt meat. But yeah guys, that pretty much sums up everything in this mod. So if you've enjoyed this mod showcase, please remember to smash the like button, really does help out, and subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, I'll be seeing you next time. Bleh.